If you're seeing this, you're seeing this for a reason. God has a message for you, and I'm sitting in front of you because God sent me. And the matter of the fact is that God sees that you want more. God sees and hears your prayers for more. But you need to understand that before God blesses you with more, you need to become a man that is reliable. You've been so focused on what you don't have and praying for things that you want instead of focusing on what you do have and stewarding what you do have effectively. How irresponsible would it be if God gave you something that you were not reliable enough to cultivate? What God is waiting for, and the reason he's been so quiet, is because God wants to see your obedience in silence. God wants to see your obedience when no one else is watching, when the applause isn't there, when the recognition isn't there, when it's just you and him, but you're not hearing from him. He wants to see what you will do. And the reason that you haven't got the things that you've been praying for isn't because you're never gonna get them, but it's because you are not ready for them. You have to focus on becoming a man that is reliable before the heavens will bless you with more. And that is the matter of the fact. Stop focusing on the things that you do not have and focus on the things that you do have and stewarding what you do have effectively. And that is the moment where God and the heavens will open up and rain down blessings onto you. Seek ye first the kingdom, and all these things will be handed on to you. So it's not that you're inadequate, and it's not that you're never gonna get the things that you want, and it's not that you're never gonna see the sights that you want to see. But the matter of the fact is that you're not the man that you need to be in order to get to the place that you want to go. Right? And the silence that you feel from the Lord is him watching you, seeing what you will do in the silence. Is my son going to continue to walk in obedience, continue to be a good steward, continue to show up each and every single day for the kingdom? Or is he going to let his desires take the number one seat? Today, we're talking about the importance of stewardship. When it comes to stewardship, I always think about this one parable. The parable of the master and the 3 servants. The master was going away on a trip. He blessed 3 of his servants, one with 1 talent, one with 2 talents, and one with 5 talents. The one with 2 and the one with 5 went at once and doubled what they had, and the one with 1 talent went, dug up a hole, and buried the talent to keep it safe. When the master came back, he was pleased that the one with 2 made it 4 and the one with 5 made it 10. Now the one that took his talent and buried it in a position where he thought would be comfortable, in a position that he thought would be safe, untouched, unused, and presented it to the master. The master called him, "You wicked and lazy servant." Now, where do you come into this story? Well, God has given you a gift. Whatever that gift is, that's up to you to receive that gift and share that gift with the world. But God has given you something that he's given you specifically. And it is up to you to multiply and be fruitful, as said in Genesis. God made us to multiply and be fruitful, right? And as of lately, we've been praying for things, asking God for more, when we have not been utilizing the things that he's already blessed us with. When we've been digging them into the ground and hiding them there, keeping them so-called safe instead of using them. The areas in my life, I'm 22 years old. This is my condo that you're looking at me in. And I would say it's a pretty nice spot. And I've done a lot for someone who's 22 years old. I run a multi-6-figure business where I teach online fitness coaches how to scale, but that's aside from the point right now. The point is I'm 22 years old and I've done things that people in their 50s have never even seen in their life before. So how is someone that is 22 years old able to experience so many different things, go through so many different levels at such an incredible speed? It is because I walked in obedience. The focus was never on the things that I don't have, but the focus has always been on the things that I do have and stewarding them accordingly. But I'm not focused on getting more clients. How am I taking care of the clients I do have now? I'm not focused on making more money. How can I utilize and steward the money that I do have right now effectively and accordingly? Right? It's always been on stewarding what God has already blessed me with. And that is why in real time, God continues to bless me with more. I show up every single day and I do what I need to do to steward what I already have. And I showcase to the Lord that I am a man that is reliable. God doesn't use the people that are qualified. No, God uses the ones that are reliable, the ones that are willing. You're praying for all of these things. I want the Lambo, I want the lifestyle, I want all of these things. But why would God give you more things if you have them on a pedestal? Right? You need to get back to a space where the focus is on becoming the best that you can be, not in your eyes, but in God's eyes. Every single day I wake up, how can I be better? Not so I can get an applause, not so I can get more recognition, not so I can make more money, become stronger, but how can I be better for the sake of the kingdom? How can I progress the kingdom in my lifespan here that I have on earth? I have an opportunity of a lifetime. What am I doing with it today? That is the thought that I get every single morning. I have an opportunity to have opportunities. What am I doing with it? Right? And this is why I run laps around 40-year-old men that are focused on things still. Instead of focusing on something, I am focused on someone, and that someone is Jesus. And Jesus has a plan for me, and he gave me a mission here and today. And now, if I choose to embark on that mission, well, that's a choice I get to make. And it's a choice that you get to make. You can continue to choose to sit down and pray for all these blessings that you want, the life that you want, the things and the girl and this, that, and the third that you want. Or you can make the decision to figure out what the mission the Lord gave you today is and embark on it. You can focus on becoming the best that you can be, not in your eyes, but in God's eyes. And I'm telling you, if you make that choice, if you make that decision to go down that path, you are going to experience a growth that you can't even fathom. Well, Nigel, how did you go from being a broke 19-year-old watching all of his friends go to university and college and taking the comfortable, structured route to being a multi-six-figure business owner at the age of 22? It's because I wasn't focused on the things. I was never focused on the things, right? And I wasn't scared of being uncomfortable, right? I wasn't scared of hard work. I wasn't scared of pressure. I chose it. I chose pressure. I chose hard times. I chose to take the risk. Because I knew that when adversity comes, when trials come, when challenges come, I'll be equipped for it. I've already experienced pain. I know what it likes to. I know what it's like to hurt. I know what it's like to be under a world full of pressure. I know what it's like to feel those things because I chose them. Right? So when the world throws something at me, when the devil tries to try me, I've been there and I've done that. And it was an act out of stewardship. Right? I was so focused on becoming better for the sake of the kingdom that this pressure that the world's trying to put on me, that the devil's trying to put on me, this temptation, this challenge, this trial, it's a place that I've been before, right? And I chose to be there. So I don't fold under a little bit of pressure, right? And what I'm trying to tell you is that this is all a byproduct of me focusing on becoming the best that I can be in Jesus' eyes, becoming a man that is reliable. Stop focusing on what you do not have and start focusing on what you do have and how you can steward it effectively so that God can actually bless you with more. Because once you grow your ability, God will see that growth and bless you with more. And the silence that you're in, because I know what it feels like to pray and to feel like no one is listening. I want you to know that the silence that you're in right now is because there is a test ongoing. And the Lord is watching what you are doing in this moment. And he's going to have a decision to make based on the results. Can he actually handle more? Or do I need to take some off his plate? No one wants to hear that, but that's exactly what it is. Can he actually handle more, or do I need to take some off of his plate? Right? You prayed to eat. You got food on your plate. And you still asking for more food instead of eating the food that is on your plate. Why am I going to give you more food? You're not even eating the food that I gave you. Doesn't make sense. You prayed to be here. You got a full plate now, and now you're not hungry? Now you don't want to eat? Oh, you want a different cuisine? No, I'm going to give this to a guy that is hungry. I'm going to give it to the guy that will eat. I'm going to give it to the guy that doesn't concern about the taste, but he's caught up in the idea that God has looked at him and blessed him with food in itself. So I'm going to eat this food like it's the best food I've ever ate in my entire life, and I'm going to be thankful and grateful that I ever had the opportunity to touch it. That guy is going to get the opportunity. That guy is going to see the exponential growth. That guy is going to get the blessings that you've been praying for, the responsibility that you've been praying for, because he can take it. So you've reached the time where you're seeing this video, and if you're still watching it, I know that it's hitting. right? And I know right now you feel like I've really been thinking about it the wrong way. And you're looking at all the times where your inaction you excuse for having faith. No, I'm gonna wait. God's gonna come through for me. I'm gonna keep showing up every single day. No, but you've been avoiding all of the work that you know needs to get done. You've been avoiding making that investment because you're scared it's not gonna work out. You've been avoiding starting that business because you're scared people might see you fail. You've been avoiding going into that corner and facing that truth from your childhood because you're scared to go there. There is a guy out there that is willing to do whatever it takes to draw closer to the Lord, to become more reliable. And that is the guy that God is gonna bless over you every single time. Every single time. Because trust me, just like the servant who didn't do anything with his talent, had to give up his talent to the people that did, God will take your mission that he gave you and he'll take it up and give it to someone that's actually gonna embark that mission. And that is a fact. This is your wake-up call, right? This isn't one of those videos that, you're seeing this because God is gonna bless you with so much. Yeah, God is going to bless you, but you have to make this decision, right? So make the decision today. The focus is no longer on the things, the something, but it's on the someone, right? And focus on becoming reliable enough so that God can bless you with more. Because God will bless you according to your ability.